Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you to this special Eagle ceremony where 5 of our finest young men have attained the rank of Eagle Scout. At this time, I would ask the 520 color guard to please advance the colors.
Scout salute. Audience, please rise. If you are not in uniform, please put your right hand over the heart. Color guard forward march. Color guard hold. Color guard, please cross the colors. Audience, please join us in the national anthem. Audience, do not sing during the national anthem. Scout sign. Audience, please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Color guard, you may go back to your color guard, please hold the color. Color guard, you may go back to your ranks. Audience, you may be seated.
I would now ask Mr. Pat Johnson, father of Troop 520's first Eagle Scout, to lead us with an invocation.
If you'll pray with me. Our Father God, we ask you to be with us during this time when we honor the efforts of these 5 young men. Guide us, keep us ever in thy sight, and bring us to thy glory in its time. Amen.
And now, the next stage of our ceremony is to introduce the Order of the Arrow, Troop 520, to start the balance of our ceremony this morning, or this afternoon. OA?
I am Nutike, guard of the circle. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Let the ceremony begin.
Brother Kitchener, why have you brought us here to this sacred place?
Great Alouette Kasima, 5 of our brothers have reached the summit of the Eagle Trail.
Bring these brothers before us. Before admitting these scouts to the realm of the eagle, I need assurance they are worthy to wear the wings of the eagle. Scoutmaster King, have these scouts passed these tests?
Yes, they have.
You have now reached the summit, the realm of the eagle.
Look back on the cliffs that you have climbed. These experiences should not be forgotten, but listen now to the wisdom of the winds.
I am the spirit of the east wind. I represent the common law, your duty to God and country. Protect the gift of living in a lawful land. Be trustworthy, loyal, helpful.
I am the spirit of the west wind. I represent the laws of equity, your duty to country and others. Be friendly to those that walk across your trail. Cast aside harmful spirits. Friendly, courteous, and kind are the laws of conscience. Be friendly, courteous, and kind.
I am the spirit of the west wind. I represent the civil law, your duty to others and yourself. Obedient is to obey all law. Cheerful is to freely offer help. Thrifty is to earn and spend wisely while sharing with others. Be obedient, cheerful, and thrifty.
I am the spirit of the north wind, the most powerful of all the winds. I represent the divine law, brave, clean, and reverent. On your journey, you have learned the meaning of these words. Now you must live by them. Brave is to be unselfish. Clean is to be pure of heart, and reverent is to be respectful. Be brave, clean, and reverent.
On your climb up the Eagle Trail, you've noticed many changes as your abilities grew, but one pledge remains unchanged, the Scout Oath. Is there any reason why you cannot renew this promise?
No.
Then you will all raise your right hand in the Scout sign and state the Scout Oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Scouting has been a great influence on your life. With each step of the climb, the task became harder, but through your dedication and continued hard work, you've achieved the highest rank in scouting, the Eagle.
Parents, please rise. Kitchenet, please guide these parents to the scouts. To these parents' love and guidance, you have reached the summit. They have watched you develop and grow, and they have guided your thoughts and actions in many untold ways.
As a token of your continued willingness to guide these young eagles, I now ask the mothers and aunt to pin the eagle badge on their sons. You've seen how your mothers plan to stand by you. You now have the honor of pinning the miniature eagle pin on your mothers and aunt as a sign that you will do your best as an Eagle Scout. Fathers, in support of your son's journey to Eagle, please present them with the Eagle scarfs. You have seen how your fathers plan to stand by you. You now have the honor of pinning the miniature eagle pin on your fathers as a sign that you will do your best as an Eagle Scout. Jacob, would your parents like to say anything to their new eagle?
Okay, I can do this.
This is where all of your hard work and dedication pays off. Your mother and I are so proud of you. We love you, and we wish you the best.
And thank you for letting me come with this journey with you. So appreciate it. We've made lots of friends in this troop, and they will always be here for us and for you. And I love you.
Wow. From the very beginning, from when Parker was in Cub Scouts, I didn't think we were going to make it through. But, you know, God has a plan, and this plan has succeeded him through his 18 years. And you are an amazing man. I mean, God has just got a total plan for you. This troop has led us through many ups and downs. I mean, I don't even know what to say, but besides that, you're an amazing man. You're a leader. You can do anything in the world that you ever want. Now that we have an Eagle Scout, we have an Eagle Scout in our family, and you and I did this together serving in this troop. I kind of take a little bit of honor for that, y'all. But, and he knows. So I love you, and you're an amazing man, and Eagle Scout is just, I can't even begin to say anything else besides you're just amazing. And thank you, Troop 520, for blessing us with every person in this troop that has given us leadership and courage to keep going. We love you. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to say it's been a journey, just watching Parker grow up. I'm so proud of him, and for the times that I was there, I just am so grateful for those opportunities. And, you know, Parker, you're a great kid. You have so much going for you, and I'm so proud of you.
Garrett, you made it. Do you know how happy we are? We love you, and we look forward to years of your growth because of this achievement.
As a parent, and as most parents, they get to see their kid born, first day at school, graduate high school, graduate college, get married and have their first child. But not all parents get to say they see their son become an Eagle Scout. We're very proud of you, son.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. All right, they're not going to see me cry in TV land. We're just very proud of you. Maybe. There's been a lot of great adventures and great friendships, obviously. All these parents, all the times. So yeah, it's very difficult, but it's a great honor to be standing up here with you. You worked very hard. There's going to be times in the future where people are going to ask you to lead. So I just would ask you to respond, because we know you can. So, congratulations.
First, I'd like to say thank you to Troop 520 and all adult leadership. You guys are phenomenal, and you've really helped us and our son along the journey to get here. And we're very thankful for your partnership in helping us to raise this young man. We are so thrilled that you have come along in this journey. I know there are a lot of bumps along the way. I know there are a lot of mundane tasks. I know, but there was also exciting experiences that we've had along the way. And life is like that. You know, you take all the experiences you learned in scouting and take it with you. Enjoy the mundane tasks just as along with the exciting experiences, and do your best like you have through Scout. And you will be successful, and you will accomplish a lot, because you are an awesome young man. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm excited to be here with you to see the rest of your life journey. I just can't wait to see what you're going to do with your life, because I know you are going to do wonderful things in your life.
Nicholas, Great job. Troop 520, good job. You got him turned around. It was a long process. He's done a good job. I would say that, you know, on a life journey, I think you got the right things in place. You will be successful. Remember to give the glory to the man upstairs. Remember to follow that oath that you just took. That's a hard one to live with. Someday, you know, you may have kids and you'll have some other ideas in the world. This will give you a chance to be the leader you can be, okay? I appreciate what you've done. You're an amazing kid. I think you're going to go far, okay?
Kitchener, please guide these parents back to their seats.
I now call upon Mr. Don Perkins to deliver the Eagle Charge.
Good afternoon. Every Eagle ceremony is a very special occasion, but this one, in the words of my youngest grandson, is epic. I'm proud to be a part of it, and I'm sure that all of you here today are as well. However, 5 Scouts receiving their awards together does present a bit of a challenge in preparing the Eagle Charge, but it definitely was a joyful challenge. At this time, will all Eagle Scouts present please rise and form a line in the center aisle? And I have to take just one moment to recognize the fact that after another joyous ceremony in this sanctuary last Saturday, this is the first time that this line has included a female Eagle Scout. Jacob, on August 18th, 2020, you attended your Eagle Board review and received approval for the rank of Eagle Scout. During your scouting career, you demonstrated proficiency in many areas, resulting in the awarding of 28 merit badges. Payton, on July 28th, 2020, you attended your Eagle Board and received approval for the rank of Eagle Scout. And during your scouting career, you were awarded 33 merit badges. Parker, on July 28th, 2020, you attended your Eagle Board of Review and received approval for the rank of Eagle Scout. And during your scouting career, you earned 48 merit badges. Nicholas, on July 28th, 2020, you attended your Eagle Board of Review and received approval for the rank of Eagle Scout. During your scouting career, you were awarded 36 merit badges. And Garrett, on August 18th of 2020, you attended your Eagle Board and received approval for the rank of Eagle Scout. During your scouting career, you earned 25 merit badges. You each exhibited leadership by holding several positions of responsibility as you moved up in rank toward Eagle. You invested many hours of service for your troop and your community. You were elected to the Order of the Arrow, Scouting's Honor Camping Society, by your fellow Scouts. Finally, you showed true Scout spirit. Your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You have acted with honesty and integrity, and you have treated your family, friends, teachers, and scouting family with respect. While we celebrate this accomplishment today, it is not just a day of recognition for your past experiences. Rather, it is a day for you to accept and affirm the ongoing responsibility of the rank of Eagle Scout. You are each joining an elite group of individuals known for their accomplishments and examples. Each of you are expected to carry on this tradition of excellence. In becoming an Eagle Scout, you have successfully met many challenges, but your work is far from over. There are obligations you are expected to meet as an Eagle from this day forward. The first obligation is honor and is the foundation of your character. It is your conduct, attitude, and integrity, and these reflect credit to your home, family, church, school, friends, and yourself. The second is loyalty. Regardless of outside influences, hardships, or challenges, you must remain loyal to your cause and purpose. It means standing by your promises and pledges. It is living your life in a way and organizing your priorities such that you can be counted on by others. The third obligation is courage. Face the inevitable obstacles and challenges of this life ahead. Stand up for your beliefs and what you know is right. The fourth is responsibility and is represented by the Scout motto, be prepared. Keep your mind and body in a state of readiness and be ready to carry out assigned tasks fully and completely. The fifth and final obligation is service. Many people will be able to benefit from your wise counsel, leadership, and hard work. Make your time and talents available to others. Jacob, Payton, Parker, Nicholas, and Garrett, do you understand and accept the obligations of the Eagle Scout rank? At this time, I would like to ask the individuals who will be presenting the flags for the Eagles, to our new Eagles, to come forward. Jacob Conn's grandfather and U.S. Army Vietnam veteran Ronald Jazuski will present his flag. Brian Muirhead, Peyton's godfather and Eagle Scout and former Captain United States Air Force, will present his flag. Parker's uncle, Eagle Scout William P. Griffin III, will present his flag. Nicholas's grandfather and United States Air Force veteran Eddie Rodrigue will present his flag. Family friend and Troop 435 Advancement Chairman Charles Matz will present the flag to Garrett. Would each of you please take the American flag and hold it for your Eagle candidate? And if the candidate and the flag holder would please face each other. These flags were flown over the United States Capitol at the request of Senator John Cornyn, United States Senator from Texas, in honor of Eagle Scouts Jacob Conn, Payton Easterling, Parker Griffin, Nicholas Ray, and Garrett Wynne, Troop 520, Cedar Hill, Texas. I am now going to ask each of the candidates to affirm the Eagle Scout promise. Please place your left hand on the flag and raise your right hand in the Scout sign. Jacob, Payton, Parker, Nicholas, and Garrett, do you affirm your allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath? Will you thoughtfully recognize and take upon yourself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout? On your honor, will you do your best to make your training an example of your rank, and will you make your influence count strongly for better citizenship in your home, your community, and in your contacts with other people? Thank you, gentlemen, for presenting these flags. You may now be seated. Eagle Scouts may now be seated, except the three up front. At this point, I usually get to shake the hands of the Eagle candidates, but given the current conditions, I hope each of them will accept my virtual handshake, and congratulations.
Remember the common law, trustworthy, loyal, helpful.
Remember the laws of equity, friendly, courteous, and kind.
Remember the civil law. Be obedient, cheerful, thrifty.
Remember the divine law, brave, clean, and reverent.
I would now ask Scoutmaster Mike King to please come up and offer congratulatory remarks to each of our 5 new Eagle Scouts.
You know, usually I bring one scout up where there's 3, one scout, 3 or 4 or 5, and always talk about them individually. Gentlemen, you made it very difficult for me today. And why is that? Because I started looking at their records. At one point I looked at my pictures. All the photos I've taken over the years. Close to 7 years, these gentlemen have been in my life. And it hasn't always been smooth. Nicholas, is that right? There you go. Payton, you had to follow your brother. How many times was that? Garrett, you kind of disappeared a while, but you got back, didn't you? You're right. Jacob, you still driving fast in that truck? Yeah, right. The one thing I could tell you about is that these gentlemen have almost done everything together, with the exception of a couple of things. Philmont, campouts, you name the campouts, they were at the campouts together. Eagle projects. I won't even list the number of Order of the Arrow ceremonies that these gentlemen did. Some of the young scouts out here who crossed over into our troop and other troops, these are the guys who awarded them the Arrow of Light in ceremonial team over the last about 5.5 years. It's unique. I would walk in, I could always look to the right, and I would see you gentlemen sitting there, socializing. I'd walk up, remember, every once in a while, and I asked one of you to do something, and you know what? Without fail, they did it. But what's more unique about this is the history. And we all heard this 5 Eagle Scouts. There's a lot of people have 5 Eagle Scouts. There's a troop over in North Dallas probably has 15. But these 5, they all came in as tiger cubs. Do you know how big a tiger cub is? About like that. Seriously. They don't know why they're there. Their parents drug them there. And they stuck to it. Now, here's some history about packs and signing up. The truth is, retention in a Cub Scout pack is not really that great. In fact, they'll sign up 45 young men and now young women, and then by recharter time, they might have 25. Am I right, Scott? That's right. Here comes a real stunning fact. I go to crossovers, and these gentlemen, either are given Arrow Light at a crossover, or else they'll be at the same ceremony I'm at. And I'll get 10 young men. Out of those 10 young men, I tell you that I'm going to lose 5%. Won't ever even get on the Eagle Trail. Won't ever go. Don't even make it to the meetings. These guys went all the way through Cub Scouts, Tiger Cubs, came into our troop all together, and it was not a smooth road because they're drawn from all sorts of things. Some of these guys play on a baseball team. They got other interests. Some with the church, some with baseball, school, all sorts of things. But yet they stuck together. And here they are today. I say 7 years. Let's add 12 years, 13 years of friendship and fellowship. Don't we all wish we had that kind of friendship and fellowship in everyday life to get us through whatever we're facing? That's what these gentlemen had. And they're standing here not only as earning Eagle Scouts, but making a statement about together we're stronger and we achieve more than apart. Something each and every one of us can learn and live by. I challenge you, gentlemen, this friendship, take the time, keep it going. You're all going to go separate ways. You're going to do different jobs. You're going to meet people, you're going to get in relationships, you're going to have families. But maybe stay connected. Maybe choose a date once a year to get back together. Reminisce. Care for one another like you have cared for each other all these years. It's too precious to give up. The other day on Facebook, we're famous on putting all the pictures on Facebook if you don't know. I shouldn't share this with your family members, but I will. There's a great picture of them all in a hammock, and it says everything. One above the other. That's the nice picture. Actually, the first time they actually did it, imagine about a 25-foot tree, and they were about halfway up it. I about had a coronary. I don't even know how they got up there and how the heck they ever get out. I will challenge them to this. In 50 years, I'd like for you to take that picture again together. See if you can meet that challenge. more importantly, your experiences, your memories, take them with you and share them with your future sons and daughters. Because you see, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I talked about the Eagle Trail. When you get up there on that summit where that eagle is, it's kind of like Uraka Mesa, right? You get up to that first plateau and you think you're on top of Uraka at Philmont, and all of a sudden you find out you got another little bit of climb. You still got some climbing to do, guys. But it's a whole lot more fun to climb together than apart. So stick to each other, find out where you're going, how you're doing. Just a phone call or text. Now, I'm going to put this mask on real quick. And I don't want to get criticized too much, because I'm not going to break this up whether we have COVID or not. Probably call you one of my sons. Well, that was really good. I thought that was the best one. Was that the best one I did? In what? But you know, these guys couldn't. I've been thinking, what else can I say? But I said, I'm kind of said a lot. But here's the deal. I would be disrespectful to a person in this audience that if I didn't have him come up and share this podium with me right now. Because this guy told me what was coming my way, and this guy assured me they would be here with me today, and he's never let me down. This is a guy that took them all the way through. Andy Easterling, come on up. Yeah. He's already looking at me. He'll jump all over me. I want to give you the podium for a few minutes.
I don't think I can do it.
I'm never, really, be honest with you, you're never at a loss of words, I know that. Just think you're sitting around that campfire with them, just like you always do. Let them know what you're feeling.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. It's been a lot of fun since first grade. But truly, the infrastructure here has got to go to mom and dad, and each one of them. Look at the scout uniforms and the pins, and that's what kept them together when they were little. Cub Scouts is hard. How many Cub Scout leaders do we have out there? Yeah, Cub Scouts is hard, right? And Cub Scouts is hard because it's hard to get people to be involved. And I was lucky. I was lucky to have parents that stayed involved, kept their kids involved. Dang it. Anyway, and I guess for me, the best part was Philmont. I know, Nicholas, you weren't on our crew, but you were there. And you've been, how many times? A couple? Once? But if you haven't been to Philmont, it's like no other place in the world. It's beauty around every corner. And I got to go with all but Nicholas. He was on a different crew. And being able to hike for 10 days in the backcountry with these guys, and my oldest one, Grayson, who was Alawat. Came back to reprise his role as Alawat for his little brother. I guess it's kind of, that was the culmination. I mean, Eagle ceremony's great, right? But being at Philmont is really great, Mr. King. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But no, I appreciate, I'm knocking stuff over. Everybody. I know they'll say the same thing. Every leader in our troop is a friend. And we were camping together, and they have friends, and I have friends. I like to say that I've been doing this the whole time for them, but it's just not the case. I do it for you, but I've got friends here, and I have a great time camping, and I have a great time hiking, and so when we do this, I guess we do this together. And I know that these boys know that if there's ever anything that they need, dang it. Are you getting this on TV, America? If there's ever anything that you need, I'm always here for you. Okay? The first 13, 14 years, and I guess the next 30 if I can make it that long. So, thanks everybody, and congratulations. I'm awful proud of each one of you.
You know, if you're on Facebook, you've been seeing some great photographs of these Eagle Scouts. The one on I put it on the troop letter and also on a web page, was one where all of them were around the nucleus of what got them here. Andy. I love that picture. I look at it all the time. That's what it's all about. Inspiring, directing, and those memories. Andy, these guys want you to have something to hang in your house. Thanks for the memories.
Oh.
You got to understand, we go camping a lot. We're probably all sorts of trouble with the state AG department about COVID protocol at camp house. We try our very best, though. At this time, these young men will have to take a few minutes. I'm going to step down, and they're going to say a few words. And I'll ask as, once you start from this side, and as you finish the next one, and then that'll be it.
Howdy, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. It means a whole lot. If you came to this ceremony just because you wanted to hear a bunch of lengthy, long, heartfelt speeches, it might not have been the best ceremony to come to, because I think we're all gonna keep it nice and short and sweet for y'all. I was talking with the guys before the ceremony. I keep hitting this thing. Sorry about that. I was talking with the guys before the ceremony about how this was going to go, see if any one of them knew what was going to happen. And we kind of realized that this is a first for all of us, not just the Eagle ceremony, but this part after the initial OA ceremony part of it. None of us have actually been in the room for this part, so it's kind of a new experience for us all. It's pretty cool. I would just like to take a short minute to thank everybody who's contributed and encouraged us along this journey. First and foremost, all the adult leaders in the troop. It's been awesome. No matter how small of a relationship we've had or how short of a conversation we've had, It's really been a help. It's really been a push, I'm sure, for us all to get through this journey from Mr. Garza's enthusiasm at form-ups. I'm sure we all love that. Mr. King's, I'm sure, hours upon hours upon hours of Scoutmaster minutes every Tuesday night. The Marginans, just they're there at every camp out. Their talents and knowledge in the kitchen, it's been amazing. It's been a blessing to the whole troop. The Walkers, their humor, especially, it's just everybody in the whole troop. They've all been such a help to all of us, and I just want to thank them for being here today and being with us along this whole journey. Next, I'd like to thank my parents, obviously. I'm sure y'all know why. They've been with me along the whole journey, from a wee tiger cub to being an Eagle Scout. That wasn't the word. Anyways, they've been with us the whole way, and I'd like to thank them for that. Because a lot of times it's kind of a thankless job being a parent. A lot of times we don't verbally say, "Hey, thank you for being so awesome, thank you for caring," and stuff. Hey, now you heard that little wiggle there. Whew. Okay. Finally, I'd like to thank God for helping us all along this long journey. Whew. Wait a minute. No emotion. Okay. I'd like to thank God for helping us along this journey. He's put us on this path. He's put all the right people in our path, and I'd like to thank Him not for the strength that He's given us, not for the patience, not for the guidance, but the opportunity to be strong, the opportunity to be patient, and all the countless opportunities that He's given to us to succeed and finally see this day. And I'd like to thank Him for guiding us along on this journey. And I don't want to keep y'all here too long, so that about sums up everything. So thank you, everybody. Sorry, I'm back. Like I said, this is my first time, so I kind of slipped up. I'd like to move on to honor my mentors that are here, so I'd ask Mr. Schleif and Mr. McGinley up to the stage, please. Y'all can come stand up here. Sorry, everybody in internet land, for that interruption. I'd like to thank Mr. McGinley and Mr. Schleif both for being there every step of the way for my Eagle journey. Mr. Schleif was my, life Court of Honor ceremony given Eagle Scout mentor, and I know it hasn't been easy for him to come to every meeting and to support me. Not just me, but some of our other Eagles as well. But I'd just like to take this moment to thank him and thank him for everything that he's done and everything that he's done for us Scouts. I couldn't give my spiel about everything that Mr. McGinley's done because I wasn't by a microphone, so everybody in internet land wouldn't have heard me. But for a while, Mr. Schleif had to take a break from Scouts for some medical reasons. So Mr. McGinley stepped in and he offered, well, I don't know if it was an offer, if I kind of made him do it, I don't know. However it worked, one way or another, he became my Eagle Scout mentor, and I'd like to thank him for getting me through the second half of the process, which a lot of Eagles can say is the more difficult part. It's the part to finally, get everything signed off on, get paperwork filed, and get everything done. So he's been there for me for the entire life rank, and I'd like to thank him for that. So that now concludes my time, for sure this time.
I've been in Scouts for a long time, as have all of us. And there's far more people than at least I could ever say thanks for. For sure, every single person in this entire troop is family to me. Every mentor, every scout, every step that we've taken, we're all walking the same trail, and you've all helped me get to where I am now. I know that you will probably help me far further into the future. I know that my parents, they've been there every step of the way. Sometimes having to push, sometimes having to pull me back from going too fast. But they've always been there, and there's no way I could ever thank them enough for every second of every day that they spend on me. All the opportunities they provide me, it's so much. There's so many people I could thank. So everyone in this room, and everyone outside of this room that I don't really get to see, I thank them all. And then I've got a few mentors. So one of them's going to have to stop taking pictures, and a few of them are going to have to get up from their seats. But I'd like to ask Mr. Garza to come on up, Mr. Easterling to come on up, Mr. Sohn to come up, and if he's here, Mr. Largent to come on up. I'm not sure if he's here.
Do I get to use the microphone?
No. I think... So, first, Mr. Easterling, you want to come up? So, Mr. Easterling, he's been here every step of the way, so much, basically the same as my parents. And honestly, I'm proud to call him basically a father to me. Mm-hmm. He really has been there every step of the way. I have a pen for you.
Thank you so
Where
much.
would you like
Put it here?
Yeah. It's hard to put in.
It's okay. I can rearrange them later.
So thank you, Mr. Easterling, for being there as another father for me whenever my dad was busy or doing other things for the troop. Thank you.
I can tell you this one has come a long, long way since first grade. When you have time, we can sit down and tell stories.
Mr. Garza, would you please come up? So, along with my parents, with Mr. Easterling, with plenty of other people, Mr. Garza has been there every step of the way. I've talked his ear off. I have annoyed his ear plenty of times. And he helped me get a grasp of my position of responsibility, which was scribe, which I took very seriously, which he proceeded to take away from me.
Gotta grow.
But it taught me so many things, kept me going when I did not want to keep going. again, helped me every step of the way. So thank you, Mr. Garza. And where should I put this on?
Amazing young man. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you again, Mr. Garza. And then, Mr. Stone, would you please come up here? Mr. Stone gave me a wonderful opportunity, one that I will, he helped me get this, and I'll never be able to thank him enough for it. He helped me be able to staff at Camp Christavens, which, while also an annoying job, was one that I could not say enough thanks for. And I would never have gotten that chance if it weren't for Mr. Stone recommending me to the camp. So there's no way I can thank him enough. So as much as I'd like to say more, thank you, Mr. Stone.
You know that. We'll be here though.
I think everyone, I'd like to give you all another big thank you from the bottom of my heart. Every single person here means so much to me. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello, everybody. As some of you may know, I'm not the best public speaker, but I feel like I got enough emotion running through me today to get through this. First and foremost, I wanted to thank my family, more specifically my dad, my Aunt Gail. They've been with me since the very beginning and have helped me every step of the way, not just through problems in scouting and challenges I faced there, but problems and challenges in my day-to-day life growing up as a person. I also want to thank, as Nicholas said, everybody in this room, because everybody showing up today has shown me that you support me and believe in the journey that I'm about to go on and the journey that me and my friends and fellow Eagle Scouts are about to go on. And I just wanted to say that, sorry. I just wanted to say a big thank you to every single person in Scouting and outside of Scouting who has either encouraged me or discussed with me the future that I have before me and what it means to be an Eagle Scout and what it means to be a good person and what it means to be a man. And I hope the journey that me and my friends are about to begin is just as, and if more, exciting and fulfilling as the journey I've been on today and for the last large portion of my life. With that being said, I want to ask Mr. McGinley, Mr. Easterling, and Mr. Sheps to come up here to be presented some mentor pins that I have for them. As you've all heard, Mr. Easterling has been an enormous part of our scouting career. I'd say he's like our scouting father, and we're his sons, which I think is more of a curse than a blessing sometimes for him, but I'm sure he enjoys it, or at least is really good at pretending. So. Thank you, Mr. Easterling. Mr. Sheps, you were assigned to me as my mentor, and you have done a great job as my mentor. You have bothered me and kept me on the right track to getting my Eagle project done, and I just wanted to thank you for all the hard work you put in.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Somewhere up here. Mr. McGinley, if you'd please come up over here. If Mr. Easterling was my father in scouting, you have definitely been my father in the Order of the Arrow. You have done just as much, if not more, work as these other two men up here to help me on my path and keep me on it to where I am today. And I just wanted to present this pin to you today to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Let me get another one. With that said, I just want to give one more thank you to everybody that I did and might not have mentioned, because like I said, I got a lot of emotion running through me right now and it kind of gives me tunnel vision. So thank you, everybody.
How's everybody doing? Don't worry, I'm not the last one. We still got Jacob, unfortunately. Man, it's taken a long time to get here, and I am so glad to finally be here with my Eagle brothers. Like Mr. Easterling mentioned, we've gone through Tiger Scouts all the way to now to being 18 and finally an Eagle Scout, which is an amazing accomplishment. To all the fun campouts, to hiking up the mountain, to staring at all the stars, to looking in our hammocks, like Mr. King said, really high in the sky, to long nights of staying up and telling scary stories, to becoming the SPL of Troop 520, to the lock-ins, to the color guard, to being the cooking manager. I've done a lot of things in scouting. And I want to thank everybody who's helped me reach my Eagle rank. As I look out here, I see friends, family, including I see my mentors, and they stand out the most. So can I have Mr. Schleif, Mr. Sheps, Mr. Easterling, Mr. Sohn, and Mr. McGinley, and Mr. Hyde to come up here. Like Payton was saying, Mr. Schleif was my original scout mentor, but he had some issues that went through, medical issues, but Mr. Schleif was always there for me. Never gave up on me, always there pushing me through it, so I want to thank him for that.
This young man got a really rough start in Scouts. Remember the summer camp?
Yes,
he almost didn't
I
get
do.
to go to summer camp because he was behind in his studies at school. And he got to go to summer camp the first time because Mr. Sohn and I made sure he did his homework from school every afternoon. Didn't we?
Yes, you did.
All right. On the record. Thank you, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Wow, where do I even start? Mr. Easterling was like there for me. He lived right down the street from me, by the way.
Neighbor.
But yeah, so anything I really needed, I would always go to him. I'd just be like, "Hey, you got a block of wood I can borrow?" "Yeah, sure, I'll bring it down." "Okay, cool." Okay, and he would bring
Great
it to me.
impression, by the way.
And he's always been there. He's like basically another dad to me, and I will always accept that and love you for that.
Thank you, Parker.
And Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde, you've been there. You've helped me through everything as well. There's just so many things to say about you that I got a lot of emotions right now. As Garrett said, I'm shaken. We'll just say that.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you very much.
Thank you. This is a real honor.
Thank you, sir. You've always been there. Now, Mr. Sheps, my Eagle project. I remember you said, "What do you need?" "Oh, I don't know." And you're like, "Okay, well, let's walk around." We walked around for a little while, and you're like, "Oh, that tree looks like it needs to be cut. Okay, I'll go get a pole saw." He came back with a pole saw from Home Depot. And I was like, "Okay, what are we going to use that for?" He's like, "Oh, you're going to cut that tree still." I was like, "Okay." So he's always been there, even whenever I really didn't need him, but I did need him, but I just didn't know. So, you know that? But I always thank Mr. Sheps. Mr. Sheps always been there for all of us. Always been there through the BB range at Camp Wisdom to whenever we were helping out Weeblo Scouts. So, I want to thank you.
Proud of you, man.
Thank you. Mr. McGinley, what can I say about the OA that you cannot tell me that's 20 times better? The OA is a very big accomplishment, which I just got accepted to keep the vigil, which is a very, very big accomplishment. Mr. McGinley has gone through me with ups and downs, and I'm so grateful I still have him. And I'll probably still have him throughout my non-scouting life. So, thank you, Mr. McGinley.
Thank you.
Mr. Sohn, you are at basically every single Eagle Scout project that I was at. And what did you do? Always got on to me because I always sat down. Yeah, but you always remembered. You came up to me and you're like, "Don't forget to drink your water if you're sitting down, okay? But I need you to get back up. Go work out with them." So I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." But I remember our last conversation we had. It was just last week. We talked about cars, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we did.
We can go on a conversation about cars all day, any day. But I just want to thank you for always being there, being at all the summer camps that I've gone to, help me get on track, help me actually pass high school. So that's always a plus. So thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. We'll talk about cars.
Thank you, sir. You guys may be seated. I have one more person I want to thank, and that's my mom. My mom has been there throughout every step of the way, to getting me to the campouts, to finding things that I unfortunately lost, to finding my backpack that somehow disappeared in the blue, even though it's right in front of me. I appreciate everything you do for me, and I'm so grateful to call you my mom. I appreciate everything you've done to help me reach my Eagle Scout rank. Once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and irreverent. I will always remember that. Thank you.
Howdy. I have been standing forever and my legs hurt. So I will do my best to keep this short. I just want to thank all the scout leaders because they've done so much for me. I mean, they're not just like leading me, they're also being like a friend to me, and not just talking about like how to get Eagle, but talking about like life choices and stuff, and I really appreciate that. I'd also like to thank my mom and my dad for griping at me when I didn't want to do stuff, and you know, I appreciate it. And thank you, Andy, for being not only just a good leader, but a good friend to me. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. At this time, I would like to call up Mr. Easterling, Mr. Sheps, Mr. Schleif, Mr. Sohn, and Mr. McGinley. These men have done so much for me, and I just can't thank them enough. I've had so many good times with them, and they've taught me so much over the years, and I appreciate it very much. Mr. Easterling, please step forward. I feel like I've known this man my whole life. Basically have, actually. Used to have more hair, too.
We know where you took it all from.
Mr. Schleif, how have you been?
I'm doing well, thank you. For the record, I had Payton, Parker, and Jacob, and I always referred to them as my three stooges. No longer will I do that. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you
Mr. McGinley. Thanks. I appreciate it. You know, you're a really funny dude, too. You taught me how to dig a trench at Philmont, and that went well the first time. So thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And thank you for the demonstration.
Trench is important.
Very important. That's not on there right here, so a little different now. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Sheps. Had a lot of fun with you at a VB range. You taught me a lot of valuable lessons there, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Mr. Sohn. You know, back in 5th grade, it wasn't only Parker that you had to help out, it was me too.
I know.
Yeah, math was never my strong
That's okay.
suit. So
That's what we're here for.
thank you
We
very much.
appreciate it.
And you helped me learn it all, so I could go out and have fun and go canoe. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there was one time at Philmont, there was a bridge and there was a creek right under it. Very
No,
cold,
no,
icy in the
no,
morning.
no.
He fell right in it and was so mad. And I had to like walk really fast because I was gonna laugh. It was so funny.
I'm glad you thought it was funny. I'm glad they all thought it was funny. But Mr. Easterling saved me. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. Thank y'all.
Would now like to ask Mr. Pat Johnson to come give the benediction to finish the ceremony.
If I may, before I do the benediction for this ceremony, I'd like to tell you that I've been involved with scouting, Cub Scouting, Boy Scouting, with this church for a very long time. And you people just don't understand how lucky you are, because my boys went through with 1 and 2 adults, maybe, and you've got a great bunch of people here. If you'll pray, thank you, Lord. We thank you for this scouting exposition that we have, the scouting experience that we have, and the people that are involved, whether they be scouts, adults, parents, or our church. In his name we pray, amen.
Would now like to ask the Troop 520 ceremonial team to retrieve the colors.
Color attention. Audience, please rise. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, halt. Scout salute. Please put your right hand over your heart if you are not in uniform. Color guard, please retrieve the colors. Color guard, forward march. Two. Audience, thank you for joining us. Color guard, dismissed.
I'd like to invite you over to the building to your right, Family Life Center, in order to be able to partake of some refreshments, get pictures with the Order of the Arrow team, and to get pictures of our newest Eagle Scouts. We appreciate you all being here today, and have a safe trip home. That concludes our ceremony.